This is the full in-depth review of the new Callaway Mack Daddy 4 wedges. I've had these wedges in my bag for the last couple of weeks, tested them on GC Quad Indoor and also out on the golf course to give you the full comprehensive review of these clubs. My name's Rick Shiels, down here at Quest Golf Academy. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to be a subscriber as well by hitting that red button. Like the video if you enjoy the video, guys, let me know and comment below as well. And then we'll dive into testing these bad boys. So what Callaway claiming about these wedges? Well, they're saying that they have more spin than ever before. Most wedges say that when they first come out. And the way they've done that is they've gone groove inside groove technology. And actually, when you look at the club face, there are almost these micro grooves in between the other grooves, which is helping, claiming, with more spin on the golf ball. They're also saying that these are more of a tour-inspired shape. So they're getting inspiration from their tour players to work out the shaping, and also precise center of gravity locations and crisp turf interaction on the soles. They come in the two finishes of the chrome and the black, and they look really smart actually. I've had Mack Daddy wedges in my bag in the past, and they've stuck with these kind of alien windows in the top here. They've used those alien windows to move the weight and put it further up in the head. That's what Roger Cleveland, who designs these wedges, said about the wedges. And I don't think he called them alien windows, that's just my interpretation of it. And they've gone from what was a green colouring in the past, then they brought out a Mack Daddy forged wedge, which was blue, and now the Mack Daddy 4 are a red kind of accent colours and detailing, which actually looks really cool. And they even come included with red grips and red shaft bands on the golf clubs as well. So looking into price point of the Mack Daddy 4 wedges, you're looking at around, as we film this video right now, £140 per wedge or $150 per wedge. So sitting in the same kind of price point as a Vokey SM7 in that kind of category. So I took them out on the golf course and I wanted to see how they worked. Chipping, pitching, full shots. I've only got a 60 degree in 12 degrees of bounce, an X grind, and a 56 degree in 8 degree bounce and C grind. So not been custom fit for these, but they're not far off the specs that I'd probably normally use anyway. Took them out on the golf course and actually saw some decent results. I actually played some lovely little chips around the green, hit some full shots in there as well, and I must admit, I felt like the stopping power on these wedges was phenomenal. I felt like the shot that I could hit, changing the flight was superb. It wasn't an issue chipping around the green out of the long rough. For me, out on the golf course, I really liked the performance of the golf clubs. I also hit some bunker shots with the SM7s. I tested the 56 and the 60 and actually saw some great results. I love the interaction with the sand and the ball just seemed to splash out really nicely. As a side note, I felt like they were quite firm feeling and a very clicky noise, which really did put me off when I was actually hitting them. I didn't like that firmness and I really didn't like that clicky noise when I actually hit the shots. But that put to aside, the performance I could not fault one bit. I really actually enjoyed them. I love the shaping of these Mack Daddy forged wedges. I think they look really smart. I probably preferred the chrome finish than the black, but it wasn't much in it between these two. And if I'm honest, the black one, after testing it for quite a while, has remained pretty well finished. It doesn't look like it's scratched or scraped or got too damaged, which is also a positive for the black finish as well. If we dive through some data, what we see is I've got the MD4 in 56 degree. That was carrying at 97 yards on average. A little bit shorter than what I'd normally see, but again, not massively bothered about that too much. Spin rates at 10,000, which is great for a 56 degree. Give me some good numbers, good flights, good distance, good height, everything I need to do. When I say good distance, maybe 5-6 yards shorter than what I'd normally see with a 56. But again, that's really not massively the fault of the wedge, that's probably more me. With the 60 degree, I was carrying the ball 91 yards on average, which is perfect for the 60 degree on full shots, and I was getting 11,500 RPM spin, which is definitely on the high side of the spin spectrum. Hit some lovely shots, didn't really see much of a difference in feel what I was getting in the studio than what I was getting on the course. I was still experiencing that clicky loud sound, which again was probably the one thing that would maybe stop these from going into my golf bag, and that brings me quite nicely onto the summary. Would they go in the bag? On performance alone, yes. On feel and sound, unfortunately, no. And that might, some people might go, well, it's all about performance. Well, it is, but you've also got to feel confident with a wedge. And for me, there's other wedges that I prefer the feel of and still give me great performance like these do. If the sound, the feel isn't as much of a priority for the viewer watching, then definitely highly recommend testing the MD4 wedges. And as I've mentioned in other wedge videos, do get fitted. It is so important to get fitted for a wedge. Often people overlook the aspect, but for me it's one of the most important parts of actually improving your golf scores. I think they look great. I love the shaping. I like the two different finishes. For me, they are a similar category to the MD3s that came out, which I actually used for quite a while. And they're not as soft as the Callaway forged wedges, which I've been using maybe for the last almost 12 months. So, well, 10 months. For me, these don't quite fit in that same feel-wise. Great wedge, good performance. If you can get over the feel and the sound, then I think they are a winning combination. Guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Comment below, what do you think about the wedges? Are you bothered about the feel, or is it all solely about the performance? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to leave me a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. And better still, if you hit the bell icon, which is on the homepage, you'll be notified every time I release a video. Guys, thanks for watching. They were the Callaway Mack Daddy Forged wedges, and that was my full review. And they're not far off, just need a little bit of a softer feel. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.